Hello guys and welcome to another Zimaleta. In today's video we're gonna talk about expedite pricing, specifically driving for $1 per mile. I think we can actually do it. All because my viewer Daryl Gray has actually just left a comment. Why is it important? Well, he basically made some kind of interesting statement. Well, he basically made some kind of interesting statement, which immediately brought me to actually making this video for you guys, because he said Uhaul charges $1 per mile for their Uhaul rentals, their van rentals, so why can't we do the same basically? But I'm gonna put up his exact comment up there, but this is a really good point. If Uhaul is charging you $1 per mile so you could rent their vehicle, and you have to do all the work and pay them $1 per mile to rent the vehicle, plus you're gonna have to fuel it up, provide proof of insurance and that kind of stuff, then why should we charge any less for expediting? You know? So I'm kind of thinking if we could all just get on the same page and just say, hey, I'm not taking no less than $1. If you want this delivered, go to Uhaul, rent it and do it yourself. Rent the van for $1, do it yourself. And here we are getting paid 60 to 70 cents now. I think that's the going rate for delivering Expedite Freight. And we are covering the whole shebang. We're basically not getting paid enough when we're paying for the really expensive insurance, we're paying for the expensive fuel, we're paying for all the maintenance, that kind of stuff, and we're getting paid less. That's not good. Why should we have to take any less than what Uhaul charges? Guys, just throwing it out there. I really don't want to make this a very long video, but this is something to think about. Because $1 per mile to rent your vehicle, man, like, I mean, think about it. Let's think about it, okay? Let's brainstorm for a minute. So Uhaul is charging $1 per mile for their vehicle rental. I'm pretty sure they're gonna also not really want you to put a lot of miles on it anyways, as far as I know. But regardless, let's say they're okay with the unlimited miles thing, but you're just gonna do it at $1 per mile. Well, then that means you could simply sit at home, rent your van out for $1 per mile, drop the coverages to whatever the liability is, you know, so that it covers the full vehicle. If the person will, let's say, if the person will get in an accident, so it covers the cost of the vehicle, and you know, that whole thing. But going further, you could use an app like Turo. By the way, we're not being sponsored for this video by Turo anyways. This is just me throwing it out there. So let's imagine you will put your van on Turo, renting it at $1 per mile, and Turo actually makes the person that rents your vehicle buy insurance. So ultimately, we are eliminating a couple things here. You not having to drive, you not having to really pay the expensive cost of insurance, and you just provide the vehicle, let them rent it, and let them pay you $1 per mile. I mean, doesn't it really make much more sense, guys? And I know what you might be thinking. I mean, it's not that easy as renting your vehicle and that kind of stuff. But hey, if Uhaul is in your city and they're renting it for $1 per mile, why can't we? You know, it's not like Uhaul has a bunch of vans available and, you know, for them to rent it out all the time. I mean, you know, it's like maybe some of their vans are newer, but most of them, they're not even Sprinter vans. Most of these people that's renting it, it's like regular Ford Econoline. I mean, maybe like it's well, nowadays, you know, things probably have changed. They probably got the high roof vans, but when I remember, like Uhaul, they just had like the Ford Econoline vans. They didn't have the high roof, and most of them, they were short anyways. And that's kind of like, I guess, a thought here is maybe we could just rent our van out for $1, drop the insurances, stay home, enjoy your life, and have somebody else drive it for you and make money without really having this huge company or thinking about bidding for loads and stuff like that. So This is obviously another, I guess, a good idea that instead of just opening up your expediting company and looking for drivers, who's a good driver, you know, you could just get 2-3 vans. Maybe you already have 2-3 vans, 4 vans, 5 vans. I have a lot of vans. And you could just simply park those in your parking lot, pay the very basic minimum insurance for those vans just so you could keep the plates on them. The person that you're renting into does all the work. They do their own loading, they do their own unloading, they use it for whatever they want. So you're home, sitting with your family, enjoying your stay, and you're doing whatever you want. Of course, you'll service them and stuff like that. You don't have to think about drivers. You don't have to think about bidding for loads, you know. I think this is going to be a good option for a lot of people because, I mean, most of us were all over the country anyways. So ultimately, if Expedite is not working out for you, and especially if you have the van paid for, I mean, consider doing that. Or at least maybe like test drive it, you know. Perhaps, let's say like you're at home, right, with your family. Maybe go create an account on Turo, put your van up there and see if you could rent it for like $100 a day or something. You know, or like I guess $100 per day for a certain amount of miles, and then $1 per mile, you know. So something like that. Maybe $100 covers you up to 100 miles, right? Let's just, you know, I guess do it that way, and each additional mile is $1 per mile. So I think that kind of covers that. This is all going to be the same. So maybe you'll give a deal. So like $100 covers you for the first 150 miles, right? You know, for it to be a little bit more attractive. But each additional mile you have to pay like $1 per mile. You know, this is just me brainstorming here, throwing things out, throwing some ideas out, because I think it's really important. Because with the way the expediting things going on right now, I even contacted the company that I used to work for, and they said it's like 70 cents right now. And some places they're getting people out for 60. I'm like, I'm not gonna drive for that. I'm not gonna drive for that. They're like, I know. So I really don't understand how drivers could, you know, pay $800 to $1,000 for the van, then pay $1,000 to $1,400 for the insurance, and then pay, you know, for fuel and everything, take all the risk and responsibility, break down somewhere in the middle of the country, be under somebody's mercy for fixing your van, which they're gonna cost, you know, so much more because you're not at home, you're having to wait for parts, maybe you have to stay at a hotel now, you know, you're gonna have that expense, when ultimately you could have just done this thing local. And another, I guess, fourth idea I want to throw out for this video, since we are making it kind of long for about like 10 minutes. I really don't want to make it more than that. So something to throw out there. Maybe if you want to try that and you're really not sure if Turo is right for you, right? And again, not advertised by Turo, but let's get that out of the way. Maybe you could actually stay like with those coverages, whatever you need, but do the work local, but at the same time, put it up on Turo. See if people's gonna, like, you know, start renting your vehicle. Those days that they rent it, don't work that day. Days that they don't rent it, you work that day. That way you could keep everything covered. So ultimately what's gonna happen is, you being local, that means you don't have to you know, have all these expensive insurances, all this big overhead. Of course, if your van is paid for, great, good for you. If it's not, it's okay. That means you're gonna have to just rent the vehicle out 8 times, then you're covered. And with the coverages being low, you know, that's basically going to be pretty good. And when I say 8 times, I mean like person only takes it out for 150 miles. That being said, they're probably not gonna have it the whole entire time, because maybe somebody's just moving, maybe they need to bring the TV, they'll probably, you know, bring the van a lot sooner. But chances are they're not really using it for Expedite anyways. So whatever they're doing, they just need a van to bring some stuff home, you know. So basically that idea, just to put it in solid stone, you still could do some local work for some companies, maybe like local courier work. You know, you pick up some packages, you deliver some packages. So maybe you're only gonna get work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? So fill up the other days by you just renting your vehicle out. And I know this might sound easy, and no, I haven't done it myself. My focus has been really on other things, and I wish I could just be like a superhero and I could be like focused on a million different things, but unfortunately I can't, and I have to do what I have to do with my stuff and get situated, and I have other plans. But I think I'll give that a try. I have one Sprinter, you know, it's good to go. I just need to basically bring it a little bit more nicer condition, just give it a nice paint job, get rid of the ABS issues and just kind of clean it up and everything. And I'm gonna try renting it out. Why not? I really don't need my Sprinter that often. As a matter of fact, I just removed it from insurance. I parked it and I'm driving my Chrysler 300C around. And I mean, I would like to have a second vehicle available, so maybe that's a way for me to make a little extra income and then update you on the situation. I mean, guys, hit a like if you want me to try that, because I will try that out then and update you on how is this really happening. And look, keep in mind, I'm in here in Lancaster, South Carolina. I'm away from any major city about an hour, and if this is gonna work for me, then chances are if you live in a major city, oh, it's definitely gonna work for you. But anyways, guys, let's call this video an end. Happy Sunday, everybody. Oh yeah, mail time. We have one package to do for mail time. Excuse me, I'm back. I really said a lot of no's. I have some more on the way, but I've been trying to focus on sprinters. So, got this here. Let's see what this is. I just figured I'll do the mail time right in here since, you know, we're going along. Let's see what this is. Walkie-talkies for my kids. This is a company that contacted me and they wanted me to basically make a video with kids using these cool walkie-talkies. Looks like there's lanyards for the walkie-talkies, but let's pull one out. Look how cute they are. Very cute. There's like a total of 3 in here. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself and God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.
My name is Serge Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter, Expedite, or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.